5 seconds. Sir, it is with very great pleasure that I support the bill which the Honorable Minister has moved for the consideration of the House. The bill seeks to amend certain sections of the Town and the Country Planning Act. Of course, I know that the amendments are very minor in nature, but while moving the bill, the Honorable Minister mentioned that some more amendments of a far reaching nature were under the consideration of the government. Therefore, I think I can use this opportunity to make some useful suggestions, which I hope will weigh with the government at a later stage when those amendments take a final shape. First of all, I would like to say a few words about the approval of layouts by the town planning authorities. As we all know, for all practical purposes, this approval is very necessary. So, a man who wants to buy a small piece of land for building a house prefers to go in for an approved plot. But as things stand at present, I think there is no way for him to find out whether the plot he is having in mind is an approved one or not. So he has to take the seller at his word in this regard. This is not the case in respect of the other aspects of such a transaction. If the buyer wants to make sure that there are no previous encumbrances of the property which he intends to buy, he can always get a certificate from the authorities of the registration department. Similarly, he can get extracts from the registers maintained by the revenue authorities. But as far as I know, there is no such arrangement in the town planning department. In view of the importance of the approval by the town planning authorities, I request the Honorable Minister to think in terms of bringing into being some arrangement by which the prospective buyer will have a ready means of finding out the real position direct from the town planning department. If my suggestion finds favor with the Honorable Minister, the scheme may be introduced in the metropolitan area in the first instance and then extended to other cities. The only other point which I would like to mention is about the approval of building plans. I am of the view that there should be no delay at all in the disposal of applications for the approval of these plans. I have many reasons for saying this, but I do not want to take the time of the house by explaining all of them in detail. One of the important reasons is that the prices of building materials are going up very and therefore any delay in getting a plan approved may result in an increase in the cost of construction. For an ordinary man who plans to finish the construction of a house within the limited financial resources at his disposal, this additional cost will certainly be a great burden. Since the present policy of the government is to encourage house building activity by the middle income groups, I think that it is their duty to see that the agencies under the control of the government themselves do not breed delay and thus create an impediment in the fulfillment of the objective of the government. I am sure that the Honorable Minister, who is also in charge of local administration, is fully conscious of the fact that this is an area where delay has to be avoided. Keeping this in view, he has already initiated some measures for speeding up things in this regard, and I have no hesitation in saying that matters have improved to a great extent as a result of the steps taken by him. But in my opinion, his efforts will have a lasting effect only if the tempo that has been created at present is maintained for all time to come. This is possible only if some basic changes are made in the rules with a view to simplifying the whole procedure. In the first place, a time limit should be fixed within which the authority concerned should dispose the application either by approving the plan or otherwise. Secondly, as regards small buildings, there should be a provision to the effect that if the applicant does not hear anything about his application within the prescribed time limit, he can assume that the plan has been approved. With these words, I thank you for giving me this opportunity.